Hello, welcome back for our second best of 3 of the C qualifier here for ESL Hamburg. My name is Hades and this is PQMZ. Here we have our second best of 3, Warriors Gaming versus Neon Esports. So, alright, for those of you who do not know or haven't noticed, it looks like Warriors Gaming, well, we have a bit of a, shuffle. Fly Solo doesn't seem to be playing, and I'm not sure if maybe Fly Solo is stand-in player. At the same time as well, Screen also no longer with them. So, I mean, what do you think, PQ? This has to be really worrisome if you're Warriors Gaming.
Is Screen the same guy who does the CIS stacks, or is that two people the same name?
I think it's the same person.
Yeah, okay. He's probably a good thing he's gone.
Well, this is really rough, dude. Like, okay, from what I understand, Warriors Gaming, at least between the support players, between Fly Solo and Screen, there was some. Okay, don't ask me where I got this. This is what I've heard, that there was internal conflict. So here we are, and at the same time, it means that Miracle, he won't be playing as the pause 1 anymore. It actually will be Shonix who's gonna be playing as position 1. And Miracle's actually going to be playing as position 4.
Okay. I know nothing about the team, so I'll take your word for all of this.
Oh, have you not heard of Miracle, dude? The Naga god.
Yeah, I know who Miracle is, but I don't follow him recently. Like, he's not... It's not his meta for those heroes, that's for sure. So, let's see if he can...
shake things up.
Do the same on other heroes.
And okay, Warriors Gaming, at least from the games I've casted so far, there was a bit of controversy and clash of playstyles, it seems, within the teams. Like, you have talented players like, okay, if those of you who are not sure who is Saitama is Velo. He played with MVP for a bit. You guys might remember him. He did have a good showing with MVP. And Miracle, he had a short stint with Fnatic as well. He played on Mineski, a roster which Ninja Boogie, well, in that case, NB was right.
Who's Miracle?
Jabami.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Alright, so...
And then, is Pharaoh the same guy who played in Call? Or is that a different
Yes,
Pharaoh?
this is the same Pharaoh.
Okay, so he plays support as well as mid?
And Neon Esports...
I thought he was a pretty good player.
Seems like it, but it seems he's also, it seems like he is struggling in C at least. We'll see if this Warriors Gaming shuffle will help him find his stride, find that momentum. But enough about Warriors Gaming. Let's talk about Neon. Like, Neon Esports, Nando, Yamaguchi, Lucifer, Yaha, and Iwa? I'm not sure if that's Iwa. But Neon...
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, Nando was with Execration for a bit, Filipino player. I think this is a mixed roster. I know some of these names. Let me check it out. So like, yeah, this is a really like weird thing going on, because like you can see, at least for this ESL Hamburg qualifiers, we don't really see too much about these slightly lesser known teams. So, okay, I'm pretty sure they're just trolling around, because at least when I'm checking some of the past games for Neon Esports, it says they're a Filipino team. Yeah, I don't really know too much of these players as well. They're probably just more up-and-coming talent from the Philippines, because let's face it, the Philippines, these guys, they have plenty of, new upcoming talent always, and for them, they really take Dota. It's really a popular culture over there. If you're a high-ranked MMR player, you basically get away with whatever you want, But okay, we haven't talked yet about the draft. How are you liking the pick so far, PQ?
I really like the Warriors draft so far. Slider is really good against Visage, actually being able to burst for hero. It's a nice adjustment, seeing as the hero is very rarely picked these days. Probably a 4 this game, but it's still open, we can see. And then, typical Venomancer Cancer. Witch Doctor's pretty good as well. A support you don't see too often these days, but again, Cask is good against the birds. The heal is good against like the tick damage from a spirit, and
The dire get a ban.
you might not skill the heal, might go maledict and go like full damage based. We shall see. But I really like the hero. I think it deserves a place to be picked a bit more often.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does have a bit of RNG to it, but really strong support.
Mm-hmm. And Visage
But
mid.
Neon's draft is super stable.
Is it?
It could be offlane Visage as well, but like their draft is really
Oh,
stable.
okay,
They
okay.
have, you know, a lot of everything. You know, they've got control, they've got damage, they've got magic damage, physical damage, strong lanes, good roaming.
Would you say they have initiation though? It doesn't feel like, you know, Neon has great initiation because the Visage offlane. I mean, very few teams
Or
have actually
mid.
run. Yeah, it could be mid. I mean, like as in.
I mean, you just run in with birds and grave chill someone and they're dead.
I mean, the only reason why I said Visage offlane was because the only team in C so far which has run it consistently is Mineski, and that's the Ice Visage. You know, they basically build around that Visage offlane, and they make it work.
They've done both, I think, right? Where they do support Visage as well.
Support Visage,
Yeah.
I don't think they have. Other teams have run the support Visage as a deny pick. But okay, Warriors Gaming, and I'm going into the trademark Velo Timbersaw. Something which they did run from it. At least when MVP Phoenix did attempt to, you know, rebuild their roster ever since after those TI players left, which are now the current Immortals. And yeah, that's where Velo kind of made its mark, showing that he could shine on this hero. And that's where also, like, there was this talk at least, like, when you compare players like Miracle, Pharaoh, and Velo together, I mean, these three, they're basically the same type of players. Like, you need to play around them. And in this case, when you have Shionix who can maybe try to bring a bit more balance, you know, he's willing to play a less farm-oriented role. So maybe this might be that change which they needed to, you know, find some success, at least in the officials. But Neon Esports, this will be interesting. I mean, the Tinker comes out. Tinker against Queen of Pain does generally okay, I feel. And not to mention, it's great against Timbersaw. Like, I don't know. They don't exactly have good catch for the Tinker as well. But what do you think?
I mean, it's not the pick I would have expected them to go with, considering, as you said, their initiations, like, it's very reliant on their supports now. Which you can deal with, because they have these free cores that scale really well, and they should be able to, like, have some kind of play in the game just through Tinker splitting the map. But I do not think it's a good Tinker game. I would like to be proved wrong, because, you know, playing against Plague Wards to scout you in the trees, Amped, and Timber to clear the trees is also really annoying. And he doesn't have the best front line either, but we'll see, we'll see. I can definitely see it working, but I would favor the Warriors draft, personally. I feel like it's just easier to play, and their lanes are pretty strong.
I mean, on hindsight, I can see why you said that it's not exactly a good Tinker game, because, I mean, one of the things which I also probably forgot to point out, or at least forgot to notice, is that because, you know, when you have a Tinker, and not to mention Visage is a very farm-oriented hero, you know, this is where you ask yourself, like, how do you talk about farm? Like, who is going to be lapping up the farm more? Because Visage requires
Tinker,
a lot of farm.
Jug, and then whoever else.
Yeah, I feel
order.
like this is one of those games where Tinker needs to. So Juggernaut needs to sacrifice farm. Like, he's the one who's going to be rotating around. It's not the Visage. Visage isn't going to be doing that. Visage is going to be going into, like, greedy items, you know, like a Midas, into Solar Crest, into Aghanims, all these items. Jug won't have that kind of luck, won't have that kind of space to farm. Not to mention when you have a Tinker who's busy pushing out the lanes.
There is definitely an argument that the Jug can get some farm, but I would expect to say him to be the hero that moves around and gets stuff done on the map.
Alright, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first game of this best of 3 series, Neon from the Philippines versus Warriors Gaming from Malaysia. But is WG actually a Malaysian team, dude? I mean, you have a bit of a mix, right? You have one Korean, you have one Filipino, you have one Singaporean, one Jordanian,
One dead Rubik.
one. No? That's a bad way to start the game. if you're a
Did
Neon.
you really T-toss that?
No man, I was looking at it. That's not
Good,
T-toss.
good.
I was looking at it. Don't worry. I got this. I'm
Affirmative. Well played.
I'm not sleep.
And
I'm not
now
that
the Pop
sleepy.
has first blood and a D ward, so yeah, a lot of money. That's basically a free null.
So Miracle as a 4, this will be interesting. Like I've really never seen him play that much as a 4, so I'm not sure how diverse his hero pool is. But I do know that he can play heroes like Earthspirit. But okay, no, he tried to go and steal the bounty rune and ends up he will still end up going to Nando. He was just trying to be cheeky.
Yeah, forces a lift, you know. Rubik doesn't have infinite mana.
But he has a clarity,
I
so
mean, with the clarity, he kind of does.
yeah, it's not the biggest deal.
I mean, he took like one hit. It's worth.
Alright, so Tinker at the same time,
So,
taking out the Quap ward. What do you think about
Pretty
Fiero
good
as a
deal.
player? Like, do you think Fiero's a good player? Do you think he's... I feel like so far in C, he hasn't really
Tier 2 mid player.
shined. Tier 2 mid player, okay.
A good tier 2 mid player, I'd say. Like when he was playing with which stack was it? The Fada stack?
Yeah, with Bears, right?
Yeah, like
Oh, Saitama actually
he
going
pulled his
down.
weight.
He did. I would have liked to see Bears continue actually. I think they were kinda okay. I just felt like they weren't given enough time. But okay, look,
To be
Neon
fair,
getting one.
they have two of the best players in the world, being like Fata and Yapzor, so those people are not going to stay on a team like that. No way.
You never know. Sometimes you do need a couple of lower tier players. It's all about balance in the team, you know? The balance of power. But okay, Eri. How do I pronounce this guy's name? Eri.
I don't know, dude. You should ask him in the lobby.
I should. But okay, looks like Neon actually about to die to Fiero. Oh, maybe not. The Fairy Fire keeps him alive, but that is a level 2 Shadow Strike. And Tango's gonna save him. He's even gonna salve up. He's gonna salve up for this Fiero. Oh, laser.
He's been outplayed.
Shadow Strike. Yeah, I think Yaha is dead. Is he? Yeah, he's definitely dead. He has to be.
Yep.
Alright. Slow and painful death. He burns a ton of regen for that, but Fiero finally gets the kill.
Yeah, and on top of that, the wave's under his tower, so when he comes back, his lane's gonna be pushed out against the Quap, and he's missed like, you know, half a creep wave. So, pretty good.
Fiero getting his bottle on the way as well. We haven't seen Miracle do anything yet, but he's mostly been going around trying to steal bounty runes. So trying to get those timings right. And Velo, I think he's happy with this. Like he's got the double range creeps, you know, pushing in. He's got reactive armor piling up.
I hate to be Timber in this matchup. Like, it's so impossible to play the hero.
I would
They
too.
just kill you when you show.
But I think he's doing quite well with manipulating the creep wave at least. You know, he's getting somewhat decent
Yeah, he's
EXP.
getting levels.
Yeah, he's getting levels, which is the big thing. And once he hits like level 5, you know, it's going to be really difficult for Nando to lane against this guy. So the Rubik will be forced to stay in this lane.
Depends how quickly he gets his levels. You know, if the jug doesn't give him any more than like this level 3, then he can be fine. If they get these pulls going, then the lane gets really hard for him. But we'll see how
Roll in.
the Rubik has to rotate.
Oh, bottom lane, they are trying to jump on EU again, but no luck. Miracle's been walking around, still hasn't accomplished anything, for that matter. He's on 0 CS. This is weird. He's still stuck at level 1.5, like just 1.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna play like this, you either need to be bottom and kind of zone the Rubik from your Timber, or you need to be pulling. If they can get kills like this, then it's gonna help, but he's not an experience for the kill.
Alright.
He's
Oh,
less.
Shonix. Yep, he will get that kill.
You know,
He did go for
he's
the
not at
max
level
scale,
2.
which is
He
kind of
needs
sad.
to like take this rune, pull this, get levels.
So that's a pretty decent start. At least, you know, he gets level 2. With the sprint, he's able to initiate a bit better, especially onto this mid Tinker. Yaha's not having the best of time. You know, Pharaoh's just throwing out the Shadow Strikes. It's messing around with his region. Lucify gonna get that double damage and the bounty rune as well. Miracle is a bit off the mark, but he is looking to try and go into the middle lane, like if they dive this. And shows himself, okay, no real patience there. I feel like the bottom lane, like the Velo lane will be quite tough. Who is now gonna roll in? Fiero immediately blinks out, quick reflexes. But 3-1, you know, Warriors Gaming having a slight advantage only in terms of kill score, economically wise as well. It's just a few hundred gold difference, you know? So things are still very, I would say, very even between the teams. I don't want to say it's very intense.
I think, for the most part, Neon are going to be very happy with a static laning stage. They want levels on their cores, and then they can maybe start making things happen a bit more. Especially when, like, you know, the pop links in.
Okay, boulder smash onto, oh, using the sonic wave. He doesn't get the kill onto Yaha. Miracle is going for this. Oh, he, what?
Rest in peace, small son.
Okay. And of course there is a shrine. Of course there's a shrine.
It was a nice play from Fiero because he got the level advantage for the kill and he wanted to push it, but you know, our Spirit just realized, and not having a hill ward because it got dewarded at the 0-minute mark or like 30 seconds, whenever, means it's hard to make that play.
I'm just kind of confused, like why Miracle went for the kill. But yep, and Velo going down, so Neon Esports, they're the ones to take over the advantage for this laning phase 6 minutes in. And Miracle's just trying to lap up some EXP. Yeah, this is very awkward. It feels like Miracle doesn't exactly know what he wants to do.
It's not an easy game yet.
I mean, more so as a Slaughter, it's very hard to gank.
Yeah, you need to find a way to like get your money as a Slaughter, and he's prioritizing roaming a lot. When they can put pressure, it's good. But when they aren't getting kills, you look and think, well, it doesn't feel so good to be the Slaughter this game. But you don't have to worry that much early. You know, if he's still at like 20 minutes and no sign of a blink, then you can worry.
And he's had very little luck with the bounty runes as well, or at least very little success. You know, he hasn't been able to get the timings right because Earth Spirit's always there. And this Visage is actually getting pretty decent levels as well, you know, like, I mean, not on the same level as this Timbersaw, for sure, who is already level 5.5. But on the bright side, you know, at least the other cores are doing well, which is good, which means space will be created. Tinker going towards their BOTs now. I mean, 6 minutes and a half, soaring and boots is not that bad. But bottom lane,
all of his prep items.
Trying to Miracle. Jug doesn't have level 6 yet. It looks like they will turn around to Yamaguchi. Oh, quick lift. Why did he hesitate on the crush? Okay, now we get the crush. Rubik should be dying here. With the Timber Chain forward, Velo gets himself 1 kill. Okay, so now we're back to 4-4. Very still kind of even. Happy to leave Shionix or leave to the top lane, which means he gets very good quick levels. Like, he's going to start sieging this tower with the level 4 Plague Wards. But alright, nice boulder smash onto the Witch Doctor with the spin. Yeah, Fly, so gonna lay out the casket, it's gonna bounce around. Oh, and now it connects into... Ooh, okay, very nicely done. But with the Omni Slash, looks like Miracle goes down. Double kill for Nando. Healing Ward up. Trying to debate Saitama. Alright, so 2 kills for nothing going the way of Nando. He gets some extra gold. That's always nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Is this
the fact Warriors are coming to them is a really good thing. Right now, the Earth Spirit's getting a lot of value. He's getting his levels. You know, level 5 at this point is pretty good. He's got 1,000 gold as well. See what he goes. I'd imagine like either earn or just build towards early Midas could also work if they feel like that's the game plan they want to take.
So how do you feel about the way... But how do you feel about the pace of the game so far? Like, who do you think is on the clock? Do you think it's Neon? Do you think it's Warriors Gaming?
Warriors are definitely the ones on the clock.
But how so? Is this because of the Visage factor?
They have no late game.
And Veno counts.
Yeah, okay, Veno's a good mid-game hero that can scale if he's 1 or 2 items ahead, but if he's equal, he's not even in the comparison in the 50-minute mark, you know?
Okay.
So like, they need to make plays like this, where they dive the tower with their Veno and they push this. And they need to start like asserting some dominance. They've got their levels now. Yeah, the Quap has an arcane ring, so she wants to fight. And this is like what you want to be doing now.
In bottom lane.
By no means do they have to go super mad and crazy in the early game. But they do have to be wary that they're the people that are going to be looking to make plays, you know.
Okay, boulder smash. Oh, look at that damage. They actually get the chain stun perfectly onto Velo. He's gonna get jebaited. Hold on, the nuke will not be enough. Did he? Oh god, alright, so they actually get the kill onto Lucify. And Miracle getting 1 kill, that's pretty big. Oh no. Okay, Soul Assumption not gonna get the kill there, but I think they have enough to go to the shrine. Oh, there is no shrine.
Poor Visage. They played that perfectly and they're like 60 damage short.
Yeah, that was a bit sad. And yeah, just raindrop things, man. This item is...
It's a great item.
Yes, it is. It's foiled countless ganks. EU going down to the Poison Nova.
I'm really surprised he pressed R there, but better safe than
oh,
sorry.
they'll get both the birds as well, going the way to Fiero. So that's a lot of gold, you know, flying the way to a Queen of Pain. In the last hero, you kind of want to get the gold at this point, I feel.
I believe there's a dead Witch Doctor.
Yep. Sorry for missing that,
really
guys.
Lucky Omni. There's 4 creeps, and he gets all 3. I think he was dead regardless, but still.
Yep, so T-Tours, sorry for missing that. And... right, so they do put some pressure.
Now.
Yeah, they're gonna get it.
Pressure.
It is. Especially with that level 10
Rubik's
talent coming up
balls.
soon.
Well, that's like the only thing they can use to somewhat defend. He's just gonna get zoned away, and if they can get the trade, I'm not sure why the Wish
The
Doctor
top lane, yeah.
loses to bottom, and they know they're sitting here. Like, this is a very rookie mistake. Or it might not be a rookie mistake as much as it is like super greedy to try and defend this while you're also taking in the bottom tower. Because, you know, the Venom doesn't have mana to TP in, the Timber doesn't have mana at all, or a TP. And, you know, the Quap isn't that strong at this point, and they're just feeding away these silly support kills that Neon have no right getting in a post game. And now sure that they're going to get this Rubik kill, but I'd be pretty happy if I was Neon. Considering they got the 2 kills on top of the trade. It's just what they do with it now. Considering their tier 2 is also getting shoved in.
Oh, Yaha almost brings the Timber a bit low, but the raindrop will soak up that missile damage. This is quite scary right now. If you're the Timber Saw, you're just playing on the edge right now. If the raindrop was on cooldown, you know, Tinker might actually get the kill there, and that's a big kill. And now they get the tier 2 tower as well. Just Venomancer things, and with that level 10 talent on the way, he's gonna level up like a beast. I feel like this level 10 talent is just crazy on heroes like Veno, who scales amazing into the mid game because of it. Meanwhile, Miracle.
Pretty good. XP gain talents are very, very strong. Rest in peace, Witch Doctor.
Again?
Yeah, I
Again?
mean, he's getting really greedy, like he's never with his team.
He's died 3 times in 2 minutes right now. Like, every time he spawned, he's just dead. You know, the rest of Neon, they are gonna try for a smoke play. Looking at Nando, who has the Omni Slash. They want to kill the Quap. Do they have the Boulder Smash? Yes, they will. Omni Slash right now. And of course, with the lift to make sure she doesn't blink away, they will try to turn into Miracle, which should be the double kill there. Missiles should finish off Miracle, maybe. Nope, he's actually going to sprint away on 40 HP. He has the smoke, and because of the sprint, he's so fast. Velo, they can't kill anyone as they are healing up under the shrine. So, WG... okay, I mean, you lose only 1. Quap is coming back up. Sonic Wave will be up at 25. They can kind of regroup, maybe smoke up, think about actually engaging Neon, knowing as the shrine isn't available as well on their side.
Yeah, if they can go again and get a slightly better engagement, maybe, but that was good by Neon. You know, defending their tower is extremely important. Like, they lost control of like this area of their jungle really early because of the Venom push, so if you can keep your mid towers, that's going to help you a lot. You know, it's a Tinker thing. You want access to as many points on the map as possible. This game, it's not as relevant because you can, you know, TP under the Six Birds, but that takes away from like what the Visage wants to be doing if he's sending them around the map as a TP point.
That was a bit fishy, seeing the Jug solo against like the Jug against the Witch Doctor and the Slaughter. I thought maybe they wanted to consider trying for a kill there, or at least try to force him to use the Omni Slash, but he just spins TPs out. This game also feels like, when you said WG on the clock, like Pharaoh, for example, it feels like he has a lot going on his back right now in terms of what he needs to do for the team, so that they can run down this clock a bit quicker.
Yeah, him and Veno have like, I wouldn't say it's on them to win the game, but if they make mistakes and don't continue farming, then it's gonna make the game hard. I think a lot of it is actually just on the Slaughter and the Timber. Like, these two heroes can either like win you the game or lose you the game, depending on their initiations and how many heroes they hit with their spells. The Timber's still a bit underfarmed. He doesn't have his hood yet, so he's not going to feel super confident going in. He needs a bit more time, which his Veno can definitely grant him, so can the Quap.
They are looking to try and force the issue at least under this tier 1 tower. Shionix as well, laying out the Plague Wards. But I think they want to go here with the Chakram and the Scream. Looks like Yaha is dead. Sonic Wave used as well. Lucify, Poison Nova in the back. Shionix getting caught up from the smoke as they dive the tower. And they really want this Shionix kill. They will finally kill him off, popping the 1 charges. They've already gotten 3. And looks like they will not be able to kill Shionix as well. Okay, they have the Voodoo Restoration, so Shionix is actually going to be okay. And they do get 4 kills, which will be Lucify included. Wow, and WG looking pretty good out reading over there. And now Velo TP straight to the top. They will lose the tier 2 tower to Nando. And he's gonna go for the spin TP out. But middle lane, the tier 1 about to fall. Looks like Pharaoh with that double damage. Will claim himself a tier 1 tower? Yep, it will. And he's looking good.
More good events for them. But Tinker was like, I don't know, 50 gold or so from his blink. So once he gets that kill is a lot harder to have happen.
Now he just got it right now. Ether Lens on the way. And this is where the beginning of Warriors Gaming's troubles start to pile up.
Yeah, on top of the fact that Jug's also pretty big, he's got his Manta 17 minutes in. Top of the net worth, doing pretty well.
And Miracle now has a blink. Yeah.
So this is where they can start setting a lot of the tempo, but this Vision just scouts it all out. So we'll see how they play around it. Because right now it's smoke on smoke.
Might bump into each other. Miracle. Oh no, lift it up immediately with the Soul Assumption.
Like here, and he doesn't blink away. I don't know, maybe he was watching somewhere else, but that was pretty bad.
Rip.
And
Miracle.
Gonna queue them to very easily push this bottom tower, because there's 4 heroes down here, and their Tinker can just stall out the other lanes. And if he doesn't get caught, then it's all good stuff.
I just feel like this is a really weird game in the sense where the towers are somewhat falling. We've lost tier 2s already at 17 minutes in, and it looks like this pattern is what's continuing.
Like it's gonna slow down for sure, because Tinker thinks.
Like, how do you siege high ground into the Tinker if he does get to the point of an Eggs, laying out the caskets, going for the chain stunts? They want to get the tier 1 tower deny at least. Nando going for the spin. Okay, that's a big ult. Will it be enough damage? So that's the question. They have the Sonic Wave. Oh, he hesitated. I think with the Sonic Wave, they actually might have been able to kill Nando. But looks like they found the Visage. Alright, dead. Dead. And Pharaoh's gonna have an Orchid in just a tiny bit.
I'll take that if I'm Neon though. Like, you trade your free position and you get a tower and you force all 5 heroes to come down here. And you continue having this insane amount of vision. These wards are all so strong right now. They're gonna scout like every movement between the lanes. And if you know, especially where the Slardar is, then you can play really ballsy, especially with the Tinker. Until the Slardar starts getting bash, then the Jug can just play however he wants. Because there's no damage to kill him from full health in a TP, and there's no stun to stop the immunity TP.
Alright, so Bloodstone up on Velo. And okay, PQMZ, this is a really weird game for me because I don't know what to think about it. Like, I can't really place what I'm thinking about this game. Like, what does it seem like to you right now? Like, is Neon just delaying for the team to get back?
Happy. Like, the two important cores are getting what they need. The supports would like to be fighting a bit more, but you know, they're just gonna have to deal with the fact they have these 3 greedy cores and wait for Warriors to make the play and then counter it. On the flip side, I mean, I don't think Warriors will be unhappy because they've got control of the map. And you know, they can make these quick
They
plays.
really want an Nando kill. They used the Sonic Wave for that. And this is what you're talking about. The caskets are great against these Visage Familiars.
And those are 2 dead birds.
Yep, and Saitama does end up going down.
That's 300 gold.
And Tinker
But
Things.
now it really just becomes about Tinker Things, as you just said. Like, sure, they might be able to, if they kill that Jug, okay, what do they get off it? Maybe nothing at all because they lose their Timber in a trade. They actually don't kill the Jug, they still lose their Timber and they get nothing off the fight. So Pop just goes to pushing the bottom and the rest of the team goes back to hitting creeps because they know they need more items. The question is, when do they find the point where they have enough items to go balls to the wall, as opposed to Neon farm equally as fast, if not quicker, if they just get a tiny bit of space, and with their vision, it's quite easy to know how far you can push it.
Is this where like both teams decide they need to farm up BKBs? I just feel like
I don't think it's a BKB game. Probably for Qual. Unless he's feeling really ballsy, but Veno's not really a good BKB hero. Timber would rather soak the damage instead of be immune to it. And, you know, like Jug.
middle lane, Yamaguchi is dead. They find the Earth Silence. Looking for the crush. Alright, they find Lucify. Right click, and down he goes. He didn't even try to run, he just accepted his fates and sat there.
Maybe buying items. Okay, so 2 support kills. Can they transition into Roche? Probably. They take it nice and easily with a starter.
I feel like they need Shonix to start putting out more Plague Wards, but he doesn't want to. At the same time, is it possible that Neon actually try to contest this? This Roshan's happening very slowly.
I think it's a death trap if they contest this, but we'll see. They're going for it. And as you said, the Veno's got like very few Plague Wards actually out. And they, you know, they take it slowly enough that they can actually get away with it. I thought they'd take it a bit quicker.
Oh, they're going for this, looking for the boulder smash onto 3. Omni Slash takes out 1. And with the spin, looks like they might even find 2. You know, under the shrine healing up Nando. Actually, yeah, he's actually gonna survive this with the Voodoo Restoration. Another triple man boulder smash. Whoa, Lucify Sonic Wave landing onto 2. EW is gonna go down to the Chakram. Pharaoh will end up going down 2 for 3 trade. So Velo trying to do whatever damage out there at the Chakram. He will almost find 1 EW. Okay, the Scream will get the kill. Pharaoh did buyback for this, so they have to make sure he gets the Aegis. Miracle is actually gonna go down on the back. To what?
Oh man.
How did he die?
I wish I could sound smart, but these games are just a fuckfest, honestly.
Wait, how did Miracle die?
I don't know, dude.
He died to a creep attack. Like, the gold went to Yamaguchi, but what did he steal that he... That made no sense.
Veno Gale, I guess?
Maybe, but... Oh, this is just weird.
At end of the day though, it ends up being really good for Warriors if they get the Aegis. They sure Quap had to buy back, but she got a few kills in the process of buying back and claims the Aegis, so it's very minimal cost. And the Aegis is the tool that's going to allow them to go for these tier 2 towers and take the 5-on-5 fight, which is how they're going to win the game in the long run. You know, they need to be able to play in their face, and Aegis is an extremely good tool for that.
I just don't see this as like, you know, a high ground Aegis. I feel this is more of like a farming Aegis.
They need to fight with it. It's not a high ground Aegis, but they need to like take these tier 2s and
Timber
use it as a way
bumping
to
into Nando. They have an Omni Slash in 2, 1, won't even need it, just denies himself straight away. So that's pretty big, you know, you're losing Bloodstone charges. Meanwhile, Warriors Gaming are smoked up.
Now they need a catch.
Who will they catch? If they can find a Tinker, that'd be pretty big.
Because the Neon know where they are, or they should know, because of how they're playing.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
He's baiting at the TP. You can see he's TPing cancel. He's just trying to bait spells out by Velo TPing into the creep. Yeah, they definitely know. So Yaha, he's just confirming his suspicions. No one else did show on the map. Nando can just split push the bottom lane, and they can just keep defending the tower doing Tinker things. He actually went for the Dagon build this game, not the Aghanims.
Axe isn't that great this game. Wait, okay, there's Quap and Venno right clicking, but it's not like you're lasering a PA or a very important right click hero. At least for now. And the Dagon's going to help them burst for Timber, which is going to be a problem in their draft at some point.
And they want to kill the Tinker using the spell shield. Okay, they already burst the spell shield down. Solo Champion is going to be there. No bash.
He was kind of unlucky with the Omni. But again, he's making plays. He's putting damage into their tier 2. Meanwhile, they defend their own. So. That's just their game right now. Play for the 50-minute mark, split the map, defend as much as you can, don't give things up.
Is this where Tinker is the new resident sleeper for Naga? Is that it? Is that what's going on?
I mean, Tinker's way less resident sleeper because he actually kills things and does things instead of just having illusions M-clicked on heroes that slowly die, you know?
It could also be just one of those heroes which does the pub, you know, the push wave simulator. You clear out the creep waves while your team farms the jungle. But Nando playing sneaky. Alright, he's just gonna right click him down. Okay, that's a nice silence onto 2 heroes. Looks like Miracle and the Witch Doctor both go down. A kill apiece to Yaha and Nando. Pretty good start. That Invis rune, they definitely did not see that coming. He was very lucky. He got 2 crits as well, I think.
And they saw the Invis. They pinged it out.
So they were just trying to bait.
And yeah, they saw him there, but the Earth Spirit took enough time to get there. Rubik has Blink as well now from the Quap, so they have another way of catching people out, which is really, really nice.
I feel like whenever, you know, as a Rubik player, you see Blink, like a hero where he only casts Blink, and you steal a Blink spell, it's always like Christmas for you. Increases your initiation range. And Maguchi just wants to mess around with Saitama.
You can play like this, you know? Like, you're not scared of this Timber Saw, because you can just blink away. And it means you're no longer this immobile 5 position hero that is just kind of going to die if you get caught. You can make plays, which is what Rubik is about. You know, he has no items. He just has these very small build-up, you know, fight-sustaining items. And with the skill, you can do a lot. Speaking of items, I think Quap has Lincoln's.
Yes, Lincoln's completed.
Where the chicken is.
It's dead.
It's dead. Yeah, okay.
And BKB on the way. You know, Venno, he's all gonna build into a Manta style. They're just bracing for the high ground siege, but they're not sure how. So Neon, are they thinking about smoking? You know, heroes are TPing in.
If they want to go, then Aegis just expired, but I don't think they need to.
I think they know.
It's very greedy to try and play into them, especially around a shrine.
I think they know that Roshan expired, which is why they are considering the fight right now.
Yeah, but they don't need to do it. That's the thing, right? They might feel strong, but like, they can just continue playing this game and they win this game in the long run.
Oh, Yamaguchi blinked into the trees, hoping to find that Timbersaw, but Velo immediately getting out. 29 minutes in, 19 to 19. Very, very even game. You know, Miracle's still trying to complete that 4 staff of his. What's the next key item here besides the BKBs? Is there any other item you're looking for, you know, in both these teams?
I don't think it's so much items now as it is if they happen to catch a hero, like especially the Tinker, or if they get a bash on the Jug who's TPing out with his spin. I think those are the things that define how they play now, because like they have these initial run of items once the chicken spawns again that are going to allow them to make plays, but it's a question of can they find them now, and that's always the thing against Tinker. If you can't find him, then no item allows you to play the game. Unless you just want to, you know, run Necrobooks into his base or something, or, you know, Blade Mail and run into him.
We might actually see that coming. I mean, this is a miracle after all.
I mean, Timbers or Blade Mail eventually might be a thing.
What do you think about Queen of Pain Shiva Scout? Like, would you get a Shivas after the BKB? You know, it's great scouting out the nearby trees.
Damage. You want, like, Bloodfawn or maybe even a Hex instead of Shiva. I mean, sure, the vision is really nice, but I think you want a carry item, and Shiva is a very defensive item. He does need armor against the Visage though, so I mean, I don't know, like, he has so many options. I think it's more likely that the Timber gets a Shiva. He's going Lotus now, which is just better for him, at least. But he could go back for the next one as well. We'll see. Regardless of what they buy though, it's just catch now. And it's how greedy Neon get. Because eventually they're going to feel like they can make a play. But regardless of how big their lead is, if Warriors are still in fighting shape, they can make the plays. You know, their lineup is very good at straight 5-on-5 fighting. They don't necessarily have to have a huge gold lead, because their heroes just do a bit more with less. It's mostly their spells, not so much their items. At least for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, when you get to like 60 plus, then it's a different ball game entirely.
Oh, I think they know. They are gonna try and jump this Timbersaw, who did use the Lotus Orb. Nice double crush. With the Solar Assumption flying back around, and it looks like Velo will end up dead anyways. Miracle the only one there to try and help him. The rest of his team on the other side of the world. And they do get a big key kill. So this is where I feel like Warriors Gaming, they've kind of run out of steam. You know, Tinker is starting to get really scary. He's going to have a Dagon 4. He's just saving for buyback.
This is the worst thing to see when you're in this position, right? Like, your two supports are just farming creeps, and especially your Sladder. He's not setting up on any lane to make any play. And now your Quap is
dead with the Omni Slash as well. Down goes Quap.
Don't get me wrong, it is very hard to play this game now because the map is extremely split. You don't see the heroes that are actually pushing the lanes for the most part, and if you do, it's the Jug who is just spin TPing out in your face every time, and you probably feel like you can't do anything as a team because every play you try and make is being thwarted. But they basically have to play 5 minutes ahead, or they need to do this move and know that Neon will then do this move and then be ready for that move. You know, like that's how they have to play to get any kind of catch. And now that Aegis is going to go the other way because the Pop's dead without buyback, that gets even harder. It gets nigh impossible actually. You know, they haven't been dying without an Aegis, and now they get a cheat on top of that, so we shall see how ballsy they want to be with this Aegis. The 100 gold from Visage finishing his Ags, Blink is up on Earth Spirit. Other than that, I don't think they're near anything. Yeah, the Tinker's got his Dagon maxed, and I think the Slider is dead.
I mean, they do get another kill. Yeah, you can't get caught up by yourself anymore like that.
That's the kind of play that makes Neon's game so easy, because this is the hero that's going to catch the Tinker and actually cause him problems. But he's showing on the map, and he's also solo, so the Tinker just goes, ooh, nice free food. I don't know, it just feels like they have no control of the game and they have no idea what they're doing. I appreciate it's extremely hard, and it's easy for someone to sit here and criticize, but what else am I going to say, you know?
And tier 2 falls as well, so they are one more tier 2 away before they have to decide or not to break the high ground. Roshan, you know, is still not yet up for quite a while.
They just took it, dude.
Yeah, I know. I mean, sorry, I mean the Aegis. The Aegis will not be down for a while. Like, I'm just wondering, like, in terms of options available to Neon, it's easier for them to breach high ground because they don't have to deal with, you know, Tinker much. Like, Plague Wards after a while, kinda, at least before he hits level 25, seems a bit okay to still play into.
Yeah, they can just siege with the jug. He blinks off, spins, hits 2-3 times, runs away. They don't have any defensive items, so they might be relying on the Earth Spirit to blink and kick him out if he gets into any problem. But I think it's really hard for Warrior to like scare him, because if they go on him, he has Aegis, he also has a cheese in his backpack, so I don't know why he likes. Okay, he just swapped his Aquila for his Basher. Good stuff, good stuff. I was gonna say, that'd be a misplay.
Alright, so let the siege begin. Lotus element to Velo. Oh, okay, so trying to go into the Juggernaut. They have the Omni Slash available. Don't forget he has the Abyssal Blade as well. Soul Assumption going to be used into the Venomancer. They're going to try and fight this out. But not Neon will actually just will disengage. They have the Aegis. They don't want to take the risk. But now... Tactical pause, dude. Tactical pause.
I mean, just tactical Dota. They go in, they bait the shrines, they get out. So now the next siege is going to be so much easier. On top of that, like, any time they get low, the Tinker can just TP on the creeps and bottle heroes up, so they have a good level of sustain for their push. And they don't need to force anything, so if ever they see a bad situation, they can just back off, reset, continue playing the game. You know, use the Tinker to split the waves that are coming in and have the other heroes play safe, wait for the next wave, and then get an idea of what you want to do from there. The game is extremely easy now. They just need to take it step by step and not fuck it up, basically. You know, if Warriors smoke like they are now and they just catch a Rubik, that's not what you want.
Yep, so Orchid, Crush, did Rubik. Alright, so fair bit of gold going to Fiero. Boulder Smash coming in. Oh, they're using the Abyssal Blade. They want to nuke him down, but he burst the creep instead. Okay. Omni Slash gonna kill a couple of creeps. He really wanted those CS. And now, okay. Nice crush.
What did I say about not fucking it up?
Well, 3 heroes down. 3 for 2. Warriors Gaming. Okay, nice double crush from Miracle. Looks like they will find EU, and they will find Nando as well to boot, which means the Aegis will be burnt out. And wow, Philo got a ton of Bloodstone charges for that. Misses the crush just a bit off the mark. They're still gonna chase him though, kinda. Crush?
There are buybacks, so if they go too deep, he still has cheese as well. So this is extremely ambitious.
Okay, so they blink out after having one such an intense team fight, and Nando will still end up getting the kill.
And now if they can get out, it's still really, really good. Like, that was extremely cocky from Neon trying to kill the bot. You know, it's like a bullet just saw the red Drake flag, whatever it is it's called. He used the cheese as well, so all of the Roshan stuff is gone. They still have the lead, they're still in control of this game, but one thing that you don't understand as much as a spectator is how the teams are feeling. Like, they just lost a fight that they probably thought they can't lose if they made this silly play. If they address that it's a silly play and they still know they're strong, then they're fine. But if they get into their heads that they can't fight anymore, then maybe they play this game differently than they need to.
So at what point do you feel, you know, this Tinker is at optimum level of farm? Like, do you think he needs to go into a Bloodstone? Do you think he just gets, just go straight into the Hex first? Wouldn't you want like an Ethereal Blade, for example, so you can quickly nuke certain heroes down?
I don't think E-Blade is necessary at the moment, but it's preference. Like, not being a Tinker player, I kind of defer to whatever they do and take it as it's correct for the game. I liked the Dagon this game just so they had like kill potential on the Timber. That's the hero they kind of lack damage for. Everyone else could die. You know, it makes it easy for the Spirit Stun to actually mean they kill it for. Now, they need a bit more lockdown with the Hex. Maybe. Do they need Shivas so he has some armor if he actually gets gone on? Maybe. I think whatever choice he makes will be fine as long as he plays around it.
And I don't even know what to think right now. Like, okay, yep, okay, like you said, smoke time. We'll look to Nando, see whether he can make some more plays. So far, I feel like he's the one who's been guiding the team, telling them what to do at this point. Because so far, if he's the one making the calls, they have been quite important and quite accurate. So we'll see if he can find anyone here. They're like, okay, guys,
I think they know
follow
about
me.
the smoke. It's just whether the Timber gets out. She will.
Yep,
Smoke
so TP set.
dodged. Now what do they do with it? Do they smoke themselves? Don't think they have one. No, they don't have one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So now it's just push the 2 lanes and maintain control of the Roshan pit, I imagine. Aegis could swing the game in their favor. Especially as Pop is now 25 and nearly has an AC. Depending on how Ballsy feels about not having buyback. I would not advise personally, but you know, stupider things have been done in Dota 2.
Oh, Nano, they want to try and jump him to get a couple of bashes in. Just burning away some of that mana, but I don't know, like I said, I've said this a couple of times, I just don't know why. This is just things just dragging out. This game is entering a very, very, really, truly Resident Sleeper kind of phase part, and with all the points you've made up.
I love these games.
You do?
I don't know how you count it as Resident Sleeper, but...
You like Naga games?
I like games that involve tactics, and not just you running at a team because you're better than them and winning, like the Mineski games. You know, this game is no longer about, like, okay, does this person get this item and then go and win a fight with it? This game is about how they push out lanes, how they move around the map, how they read the game. And this is where you learn like how good players really are. I know, this is the best stage of Dota for me, but I appreciate everyone likes seeing kills and very few people agree with me. So it feels bad.
I can see what you mean about the tactical part, but...
entertained.
Oh, Yamaguchi, Timber chains away.
I mean, look at the Rubik, making the plays, boy.
I mean, I can see what you mean about the tactical part. It's just to me, it's not so much about the kills, but we haven't really seen the tactics part that much as we would like to, you know what I mean? Okay, Pharaoh popping the BKB, Omnislash coming out. Can we get a lucky bash? No, we cannot. Voodoo Restoration. He's gonna keep on going for more, maybe? No, he actually walks back down. So you see spells being thrown out, but no one's actually dying just yet. And the score is still 25 to 23. Wait for the big plays, man. Just wait. If Earthspirit gets an say an eggs after this Lotus Orb, it's gonna get to the stage where he's shielding you from everything.
Very, very good late game hero. Not very good when he's dead, but... Is he dead? Yeah. Nice little freebie for them. As far as the tactics things go though, it's like... If you don't understand why they're moving in certain lanes, then yeah, it's hard, but... It's just different levels of Dota, right?
T-tours, T-tours. Alright, sorry about that. My mouse kind of froze for a bit. Hold on, let me try and replug my mouse. Something is up. Alright, better. But okay, oh, nice double stuns. They actually get the crush. They really want us familiars, and oh wow! There was a miracle slaughter. He just got blown up. Now they pop the BKBs. With the silence, they do find Yaha. Is this the turnaround? Is this Red Warriors Gaming actually claim high ground? Wow.
They
3 heroes dead. Yeah, the Tinker buyback's pretty big if they can just push up the top wave right now. But are they going straight for Roshan? No, Roshan's up in 35 seconds. This is a big opening. Or they're just going to go for the tier 2 tower instead. Get the creep wave kinda in their favor. Nando's just cutting the creep wave.
24 though. Feels bad. Have they been giving him tombs? I haven't been keeping track.
Nando's 25. He's going to start chipping away into the tier 3 tower. Blinks away. He gets the courier. He's going straight to the top tier 3. Rat Dota.
Yeah, he knows nothing except the Slardar stops him, so... They're not going to be able to get the buyback from Tinker because of that. Which I think is... If I'm in a position to trade racks at this point, I think I take it. But that is a safe play. From Warriors, you know. They're able to win these fights when Neon missed her, which is going to give them a lot of confidence. Like this Tinker is squishy as hell. He's got 5k gold saved up and he has 1.7k health. If you catch this hero, he is dead. Like at 40 minutes, this is not the Tinker inventory you want. You know.
Alright, so Timber chain forward in. They take care of Yamaguchi. Bloodstone charge piling up for Novilo. He's back to 12.
Free Roshan.
Yep.
And now Veno's going to be able to get 25 with this, and he's also going to spend some money.
What? Oh!
Bang.
They stun up the familiars. I think he wanted to attempt for something like a steal, maybe if he got the stuns in. I think he actually might have even gotten an Aegis deny. Would have been worth the resummon because he had it off cooldown in 10 seconds anyways.
I might as well try for it. You know, an extra 150, 300 gold is not that big if you're feeding the familiars at this point.
So Bloodthorn now completed into the Queen of Pain as well. Queen of Pain is looking really like a boss. And she's probably going to get rid of that Veil of Discord, you know, get rid of the Treads, get the Travels. Next item will be a Mionia to push out creep waves a bit quicker.
Yeah, he needs the spell steal. Mjolnir is also just a crap ton of damage.
Yeah, 60% spell lifesteal, OS Frog. And they are just looking for the Tinker right now. Okay, I have to ask, at what point in this game do you want to consider putting Tinker wards?
If they can get them, anytime. But the Veno helps a lot with that as well if he's in a lane. Right now, it really does feel like they're the ones dictating the tempo. And Neona is just playing reactive. I think the Tinker finally has a level of fear in his play because he's dying in all the fights. You know, he's sat on 7k gold, so he doesn't know what he wants to buy.
Okay, fear of this Invis rune. Let's see if he can find anyone to kill. Perhaps if he can find that one tasty pickoff, which might be the Tinker. Oh, there we go, Bloodthorn. Like you said, he's caught, he's dead. This might actually be the big opportunity that Warriors Gaming needed to actually force the buyback out.
They can end the game if they kill him twice. Question is what Neon want to do. Because right now, the Jug is trading.
Wow, look at the tier 3 tower. Fortification will be forced out. Let's see if they can fight here. Miracle TPing back. He's going to try and fight here with Nando. If he can get a lucky bash, he needs a bash. He needs a bash. He needs a bash. He can't get the bash. And immediately they decide, okay, let's just go for the shrines, the safer option. But they didn't even get the tier 3 tower. That's just really scary. Like this Juggernaut Nando is just being such a huge pain in the ass. And the tier 3 tower is one hit away from going down. Miracle.
They did get the Tinker buyback though, so now they have a clear line of victory. If they see this Tinker and they think, like right here, you just make this play, and if that works and he dies with no buyback, you win the game. If it doesn't work,
they are looking for it. Boulder Smash. They want to try and kill the Veno. Getting the silence using the Magnetize. Yamaguchi going for the lift. Nando right clicks away. Has the Abyssal Blade. Veno won't be able to get his spells up. Pops the cheese with the BKB and his spells. He drops the ultimate only onto Nando though, not onto anyone else. Fair going to start right clicking away. Familiar is doing quite a bit of damage, but not going to be enough it seems. And actually, okay, over the back, Veno almost dying to the Nando illusions. Trying to run away here. Casket's bouncing around, tries to save his teammate, but over Saitama, which is Velo, getting isolated here by 3 heroes, but it's okay. Here comes Pharaoh. Oh, Miracle. Blink cancelled by the Plague Wards, and they will take care of Yamaguchi. So 2 heroes down, no buyback. Boulder Smash onto 2. 30 to 26, and Warriors Gaming. Okay, I figured out why
Yeah,
my mouse
don't.
wasn't working. It's because I kicked my cable out just now, so sorry guys.
Well played, dude. Well played.
I know, right? It's just a C cancer. Okay, Nando. If they can find a lucky bash onto this guy, just getting the chain stuns out. Wow, look at those illusions. Pharaoh's down to half HP.
Has a lot of action, man. 200.
Oh, that's a nice stun. They've caught the Elspeth Usurper up into the air. Not sure what the Death Ward's gonna do, but it's okay. Down goes Lucify. And the Tinker has to try and hold on for dear life. This is where you wish you had an Aghanims for the bounces, at least.
I don't think it would make any difference, honestly. You can't get close enough to laser.
Are you kidding me? You need some Star Wars, dude. This is the right time to pew pew. Look at how closely they're standing together, dude.
He needs his team alive to be able to do something. The supports are back up now, but...
What did he buy?
this is
Okay, he
technically
just
not
completed the
playing.
Hex.
Yeah, he
Shonix.
needs to do something with it.
The Warriors Gaming, they will go straight for the second lane of Barracks, which is... So third lane of Barracks, which will be the Megas.
They still have Aegis and Qual, and they still have 2 BKBs.
Over at the back, Omni Slash flying out. Nando. Crush is going to be off the mark. He's going to chase after the Witch Doctor, but he's caught. And actually, down goes Yamaguchi for the count. Pharaoh looking for the Tinker, who actually is safely back in the fountain. And Nando fighting under the shrine with that butterfly. Can he actually make something happen? He needs a miracle. He will go down. Forced to buy back. They're going to run. They need to try and get the kills with Pharaoh. Trying looking for the chain stuns. Actually screams away just for the spell lifesteal. But Nando, he's on the hunt. Taking care. Okay, hold on. I hear a Hex. This is very, very messy. Like.
Follower. Yep. This game's just like turned on its head on 1 or 2 pickoffs. That's what momentum does for you, man.
This is really, really weird. Like, this game just went from straight even to you said don't mess up, and that's where Neon actually did mess up. So lack of experience, do you think, or is it like just outplayed?
Maybe not lack of experience, but it's just like they tried to do too much.
Or lack
you
of
know?
composure,
They could've
perhaps.
just let, was it the Rubik? I think it was the Rubik who got smoked on and died. And then the Quops stood on the hill and they're like, okay, we see his team's here, the Quops here, and we can pop his link in and we can kill him, blah blah blah. And they just didn't need to make that play. And then Tinker dies, and he was sat on so much money for so long because he wanted to hold his buyback, and he was just so squishy. Like, you mentioned getting a Bloodstone, and I'm like, I don't really think he needs Bloodstone, but the extra health points might have saved him several times already. He's still not 25.
Or even a
so
BKB
you
for
know
that
how bad
matter.
of a game. Yeah, I mean, just something to keep him alive. Fuck, even a Yules. And speaking of staying alive, you know, if you're just having some problems.
Omni Slash, they will take care of Miracle, but that's just the Omni Slash being used. If they can kill Nando, that's really big. Okay, yaha. He's gonna kill Pharaoh. Miracle buyback now gonna be used. This is where they try to chase. They have a rod of Atos. It's gonna connect to the Witch Doctor. Oh, alright. That's just one way to take care of a support. Ew. Also gonna go into the grave. They get the crush. He did try for the optimistic TP out. 2 heroes down. Pharaoh gonna buy back. This one actually might force up the last 2 buybacks on the side of Neon. It's all or nothing right now. Now or never for the final lane of Rax. Rod of Atos connecting to Saitama. Using the Gale, trying to take care of the Guardian, of Familiars. Nando, gonna go back in. Oof, that damage. Miracle getting the crush. But look at the Earthspit. He's isolated at the backline. Usurp's up, and he looks like he's gonna die to 3 heroes on the side of Warriors Gaming as they still hold the line. Very, very grouped up. There goes Velo back in. He wants to cut you down. Getting the stuns. Okay, now using the crush as well. Yamaguchi down for a whole minute. No buyback onto 2 heroes. Vicious is dead as well. 3 heroes dead. Nando. Okay, they do blow up, which is the Timber Sub, but he immediately buys back. What next? Nando. He will end up going down. That will be the GG as Neon lose game 1 after 53 minutes. Like you said, PQ, this was going to be a 50-minute game. And a full team wipe.
I expected though. I think Neon just like they tilted. They lost control of the game through 1 or 2 silly plays, and then whoever was making the calls for the Dire side just made the good calls, and they played safe. They won the game. You know, late game Dota, man. Late game fucking Dota 2.
late game Dota, but what do you think could have been done differently for Neon Esports? Like you know, I did
mean,
mention.
They just needed to stay in control of the game.
I did mention
made a
as
play
well.
that had a variable to it. Like,
Yeah.
if this play works, we win the game. They don't need to do an if play, they're already winning.
But did you think the Visage pick was really that big? Because I just felt like it wasn't a really good game for the Visage, considering you pick up the Tinker as well. You know, that's where I felt like there was no economy distribution and resources were just very, very scarce. For Neon, like, you know, Visage wanted farm, not enough farm. Tinker was pushing out. Nando was trying to make stuff happen as well. You see, he resorted to Rat Dota, even cutting the creep waves. He did almost get another tier 3 tower at least. Warriors gaming side, like, this is what I talked about. Like, Shionix, he's happy to, you know, kick back a bit, let Fiora do his thing. This seems a bit better, like, at least the way after the shuffle. Warriors gaming look a bit better, but it seems like it's still a bit too early to tell.
To be fair, I think the Visage was fine. They second picked the hero. He was useful throughout the entire game. He wasn't the star of that game. He was never going to be. He just provided some control to his team. He provided a way for the Tinker to TP if they needed. They didn't really use that as much as they could have, but at the end of the day, wasn't his fault they lost that game. That was on the Tinker, getting caught 2 or 3 times.
For sure, and I really feel like he maybe
I just... Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I just felt like I agreed with you, especially the part where he was too squishy. That's why you know, when you said he needed raw HP, the first thing came to my mind was kind of Bloodstone, especially it would help with, you know, mana regen for the Dagon spam. It probably would have saved him a couple of times at least.
I don't know if it would ever have saved him from what I recall, because like once he gets caught, he is screwed, I think. So I think he needs like a Yules, maybe, but I don't play the hero. I don't understand it too much, because normally when I see Tinkers in that stage, the game's pretty much done. But he just... Okay, Quaff getting level 25 is a huge turning point. That's something he didn't really talk about much in the draft. Sorry, in the game. But, you know, that lets her place so in your face, and Tinker does not like heroes that get in your face. And then, you know, Slider and Veno are just very annoying to play against in general, so... I did say it didn't look like the best Tinker game. In the end, it turned out to not be.
Oh no, you initially said during the draft that it wasn't to be the best Tinker game, but you know, who knows? Don't worry.
I mean, he looked in control of the game.
He did.
And then 1 or 2 mistakes, and it all crumbled. So
no problem. I mean, we'll recap this, of course, in Game 2 as we take a quick break. We enter into the lobby, guys. So that was only Game 1 of Neon Esports versus Warriors Gaming. This is our last game on the C qualifier, at least for ESL Hamburg today. But it will not be the last in this stream on Join Dota Blue, because after this we will have EU games. So do tune in, just keep tuning in, guys. Stay there, stay with us. We will be back for our second game after this, after 5 to 10 minutes, I believe. Once again, this is Hades and PQMZ. See you guys in a jiffy.